April 9th, 2020, Thursday. Tabata, that's the stuff. We have some alternating Tabatas with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total movements. We're going to be going back and forth on. Can you see me yet? I'm kind of back here today. Not a very good stand. We're going to make it work. Welcome back, gang. We have ourselves a Tabata workout tomorrow. So for those of you who do not know what Tabata is, let's go over it. It is a format of exercise that was developed by a man named Dr. Tabata. Tabata doesn't stand for anything, it's not an acronym. And he found that doing any type of training within these specific time domains, you're able to keep a much higher average rate of intensity. So instead of working out at the same pace for 5 minutes as hard as you can, his format is 20 seconds of work as hard as you can, 10 seconds of rest, and you repeat that for 8 rounds per exercise. So an average Tabata workout is typically going to be 4 total movements at 8 rounds apiece. So you do the math on that, that's 32 total rounds. Top to bottom, that's 16 minutes of total time if you don't take any rest between the exercises. So long story short, like with every CrossFit workout, every person, you find kind of a point that you can maintain. So what happens with any workout, if we did an AMRAP 16, you're going to work your way up and then you're going to kind of maintain a specific heart rate throughout the rest of the workout. That's the way the human body goes. With Tabata, you're immediately going to spike up, you're going to shoot down, you're going to spike up, you're going to shoot down, but your average rate of intensity is higher than what it would be if you just went for 16 minutes straight. So that's why there are these rest periods in there. Sometimes rest makes you work harder. Seems weird, just trust me on it. You'll know when we do a little Tabata work. So 1 round, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, and typically we go through 8 total rounds with 1 specific movement. Tomorrow, you get to move back and forth on some of this stuff, and thankfully, it is like that, because with some of these movements, doing 8 rounds in a row would be real nasty. At least you get to go kind of upper and lower body back and forth. So let's start with the first 2 movements, jumping jacks and mountain climbers. So round 1, you're going to do as many jumping jacks as you can in 20 seconds. So that doesn't mean you're going like that. I want you to actually do jumping jacks. So we're jumping with our feet outside of our shoulders. We're clapping our hands over the top, bringing it back in like that. So the fastest jumping jacker and the slowest person should have relatively similar times. Where you're going to see a big difference is those mountain climbers. So we demonstrated mountain climbers already before. I hate mountain climbers, so I'm not even going to demo them for you again. But your knee has to come up, touch your elbow, and your foot must touch the floor at the front before you alternate feet. So again, back foot touches, front foot touches, knees and elbows, giving themselves a little kiss before they switch back and forth. So round 1, jumping jacks. Round 2, mountain climbers. Round 3, jumping jacks. Round 4, mountain climbers. You're going to do that until you've done each of them 4 times. So that's 8 rounds. No break, except for a 10-second one. When we start round 9, you're going to go into the next movement pattern. So the next movement pattern, we've got shoulder taps and lateral lunges. So we've done Cossack squats before, which are kind of like a lateral lunge. The big difference is with the Cossack squat, we start wide and we stay wide the whole time. With a, let me get this sucker out of the way for a second. With a lateral lunge, you're actually going to step into the lunge every time, move, step into the lunge every time and extend, and bring it back to center. So that's one of the big differences. It's not just a complete side-to-side kind of work it back and forth. So it'll take a little bit longer, bit more dynamic, because your feet are going to have some decent footwork to make it work. So that's going to be round 9, is going to be the shoulder taps. So you guys have done shoulder taps before. It's from a plank position, touch, touch. Or the real way to do shoulder taps is on the wall and do handstand shoulder taps. But we're just doing the push-up version tomorrow, because it doesn't say handstand shoulder taps, it just says shoulder taps. So it doesn't matter if you alternate arms or if you bring them directly there. I want you to try to go from a press-up position to touch your shoulder every time. Round 9, shoulder taps. Round 10, lunges. Round 11, shoulder taps. Round 12, lunges. Going to work your way up to round 16. Once we're on round 16, you will have done those other 2 movements 4 times. And we start with our last set. So again, normally in Tabata we go up to 32 rounds. You're in luck because we're only doing 24 tomorrow. And lastly, I have a new movement. It should be kind of fun. I'm going to try it out myself here. Called a typewriter push-up. We've had to do some different push-up variations. We've done different types of dips, different types of push-ups. There's even another one I want to try out, a different type of typewriter push-up that involves a slide. But these ones, you're going to start with your arms wide. And you can think of the typewriter push-up kind of like you think of the Cossack squat or the lateral lunge. So you're going to go into your push-up position and you're going to press all the way over here and all the way over here. These are going to get nasty. If you do them real fast, that's not bad. It's just going to be a lot harder to do it. So make sure your hands are in a good position for this. If you have any shoulder issues at all, please, it's okay to go either down to the knees or modify it to a totally separate push-up, because this is going to put a lot of stress on the pec and the shoulder. If you have healthy shoulders and you're strong enough to do them, by all means. But think of it kind of like that Cossack squat lateral lunge, but for your arms. So you're going to press back up at the top, make a triangle, and press all the way down into that. Right shoulder is going to meet the right hand, left shoulder is going to meet the left hand. Working all the way up to round 24, it's going to get good. Before I sign off, the skill tomorrow is based on CrossFit Invictus. They have a special gymnastics program. So I believe, what is it? Core workout number 10. That's what it says. We have the YouTube video actually linked there. So rather than having me go through it, we figure you might as well watch the actual experts go through it. Not to say I'm not a great gymnast. I mean, pretty fantastic, but not quite as good as these CrossFit Invictus guys. So I'm gonna let them take the reins this time. So anyway, that's about it, and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you guys for coming in and picking up your stuff.